Today we're going to be ranking every single Fortnite season from Chapter 1, Season 1 to Chapter 6, Season 3. I've not done a tier list like this in a while, and by the way, some of these opinions are going to be very controversial. I'm not blinded by nostalgia. Let's get into it. If you want more tier lists, leave a like and comment down below. Do you agree with my opinions? Alrighty, let's get started. Chapter 1, Season 1. Didn't really play this season, so I can't really... This is the only season that I didn't really play, so it's unfair to judge this season, like, as well as I can judge the other ones, right? As you can see, I'm a big Fortnite nerd. A lot of people say I'm a 30-year-old still loving Fortnite. I'm not 30, bro. I'm 20. But I do love Fortnite, and I am a bit of a Fortnite nerd, but this is the only season that I didn't play, right? So I can't really judge this season, so I'm just going to put it here. I'm not even going to judge it because I didn't really play it. It looked kind of mid to me, but I didn't play it, so I can't judge that as well as I can judge the others. So, let's go to Season 2. The addition of Tilted Towers. This is where I really started to play Fortnite, right? And although I did enjoy it, I wasn't a huge fan of, like, Battle Royale games at the time. And there was nothing that really got me into it. I thought it was slow. And although the new POIs were really cool, this is going to shock a lot of people. I thought it was kind of mid. That's my opinion. Please don't hate me in the comments. The Battle Pass was decent, though. It was really, really decent. Right, let's go on to Season 3. This is where I was really starting to grind Fortnite. My addiction was growing by the second. And I thought it was a good season. But it wasn't great. I still thought, and now the addition of Shockwaves in Season 4 was a big thing for me. But, like, I still thought it was slow. I still didn't love Fortnite. So, the Battle Pass was okay. And although I loved the Reaper, my friend told me not to buy it because he said Fortnite would blow over. I hate you, Dan, if you're somehow watching. But I had fun, but just not as much fun as I did with other seasons. Okay, next up, we have Season 4. Okay? Now, Season 4... I am recording. I suddenly had a heart attack thinking I wasn't recording. Alright, Season 4 is where Fortnite really started to ramp up for me. It really started to feel fun, right? And it was a really good season. It was really good. And they added Dusty Divot, which was one of my favorite POIs of all time. And they added other things, like the Battle Pass was amazing. And I did have fun during the season. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I wasn't invested yet. I thought it was good. I thought the guns were cool. And I did love the addition of Shockwaves and Dusty Divot. But I wasn't quite into Fortnite. So I thought it was good. If not really good. But it wasn't great for me yet. Speaking of great, Season 5. I thought Season 5 was better than Season 4. Lazy Links, banger POI. I love the Dusty Diner edition with Dusty Divot. I absolutely love that personally. And Paradise Palms. My favorite POI they've ever added to Fortnite. I loved it. The Combat SMG, loved it. Golf carts, loved it. I loved that they were finally ramping up Fortnite. They were, like, making it better and better every single week. And I was now invested in Fortnite. It was a great season. I will rate them out of 10. I thought Season 2 was like a 5 out of 10. It was kind of mid. This one I'd give a 6.5. I'd give that one a 7.5. I'd give this one a solid 8.5 out of 10. /8. 8.5. I would say this was one of the great seasons of Fortnite. Right, on to Season 6. I thought it was kind of mid. I can't lie. The island was cool. Right? Like, full on. I didn't love Dynamite. The Battle Pass was fire. I didn't love the cube zones. I didn't love the low grav. I didn't like the bouncy lake. It was mid. It was better than Season 2. No new POIs except like the floating island and Leaky Lake. I loved Leaky Lake, but kind of mid, in my opinion. Season 7. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Straight up, Season 7 is a 10 out of 10 for me. If not, I'll give a 9.5 actually, because the planes got a little annoying at the end, but I loved it. The planes, frosty flights, polar peak, the guns, the battle pass, the live event was the only critique that I had for it. Actually, I might, you know what? I'm going to put it in great just because of the live event. I think it's a 9 out of 10. I think I am on the edge of putting it there, though. It's a great season. It's the best one they've done so far. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Season 8 was a very close second for me. The treasure maps, Sunny Steps is one of my favorite POIs of all time. The volcano, and just in general, just genuine, like the battle pass, I think I already said. And the live event was 10 out of 10. The re-edition of the drum gun was a bit controversial, but I would give the season, I'd say, an 8.75. It's just slightly behind this one in terms of, like, having fun. Me and my friends were properly grinding during these 2 seasons. It was a lot of fun. I loved it. Season 9, controversial. I loved it. Not as good as season 7 and 8, but I loved it. The combat shotgun is the peak. The old combat shotgun is one of my favorite shotguns they've ever added. And I loved the battle pass. I loved Neo Tilted and I loved Mega Mole. Controversial opinion. I loved them, right? I loved it. So that's my opinion. People are gonna smoke me. But I loved it. I loved the mini John Wick event that also took place. I believe it was during season 9. And they added like the tactical assault rifle. I loved it. The burst SMG was mid, but I thought it was a great season. Now, to close off chapter 1, we have season X. I would give that an 8 out of 10, by the way. 8 out of 10 for season 9. Now, season X. Let's discuss the cons first, because there's a lot of them. The mechs. Worst thing they've ever added to Fortnite. Without a doubt. It was awful. Well, maybe second, we'll get back to that later. I hated it. I hated Tilted Town. I hated that you couldn't build at the time. First edition of Zero Build. Not many people remember that. I didn't love Retail Row with zombies. I hated that. I hated that they replaced one of my favorite places in the desert with, like, this kind of, again, Zero Buildy area. I hated that. And, like, it had, like, the Apex Legends style. I can't remember the game, but, like, it was very mid. Very, very mid. I hated it. Actually, it wasn't mid. I just disliked it. The guns were mid. I didn't love the meta that season. Yeah. The Battle Pass was mid. I didn't love the Battle Pass. Pros. Gotham City is one of the best POIs they've ever added. I loved the Batman collab. I loved the Batman guns. And they still had, like, the AR and the pump. Right? So, I have to at least put it here. Did I hate that season? No. I didn't. So, I'm gonna do that. So, I thought, nah, it was so bad. It's in between them for me. I'm gonna say so bad, but that's my opinion. I thought it was 3 or 4 out of 10. Wasn't great at all. But then, that's okay. We got Chapter 2. Now, Chapter 2 Season 1, the big con, everyone says this, it was boring. I didn't find it boring. It did last too long. Duly noted, it lasted way too long, and it shouldn't have lasted as long as it did. It got delayed because of, like, I actually don't know if it was before COVID, because this was in COVID, right? I thought it was good. I didn't think it was mid. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good. No updates could tear it down here for me. It could. Like, and you know what? I think it does. I think the second half was mid. The first half was good. I'll put it in decent, but it's very much on the line for me. The first half was decent. The second half was mid. We'll leave it at that. This season, no explanation needed, right? It's the best season I think Fortnite has ever created, debatably. The minigun, chef's kiss. The battle pass, amazing. The Deadpool collab, amazing. The mythics, except the Deadpool guns, amazing. The new POIs in the map, amazing. The updates, good. The updates were good, although they weren't great. That was the only con that I had for it. Lockdown with the boys, it hit different, right? It hit different. And I honestly can't think of much more negatives with this season. The home UI, the home screen, beautiful. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. Straight up, it's a 10 out of 10. I love Midas. I'm attracted to Midas. Sorry, I just say the first thing that comes into my head. Anyway, moving on. And this is when I really started playing with it. OG viewers will remember EG Psych. I played with her every single day. And I played with her brother and my best friend. I was playing with my best friends every day. It was just such a vibe. School's out. I loved it. Right. Then we got Season 3. Controversial opinion. I thought it was good. I hated the charged shotgun. And that's my big con of the season. But I love the map changes. I kind of like the water meta. I thought it was decent. But everything that describes me about the season is decent. The battle pass was okay. And the addition of cars was a decent move. But it wasn't great. Everything about the season, I think, except the map was decent. And the battle pass was mid. So it puts it in decent for me. Season 4 is one of the best seasons we've ever had. It doesn't quite mark up to this, but it's close. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. The Battle Pass was legendary. The map was legendary. Stark Industries, mwah, chef's kiss. Doctor Doom, Doom's Domain was beautiful as well. And it was perfect. The mythics were perfect. Start Rifle, Peak Mongrel, peak FNCS. I loved watching it. The only disadvantage that I had was the Battle Pass could have had, Captain America. It could have had the Hulk. It could have had a good version of Thor. It could have, they could have. But the skins that it shows are beautiful. The Mystique was beautiful. I loved it. 10 out of 10. I love that whole Stark Industries area. Perfect. Season 5. Controversially, I actually quite liked the season. I think it was better than Season 3 or 4. It was a very good season. Does it mark up to a great season status? No, I don't think it does. But it was a really good season. I loved the Mandalorian collab. I loved, it was Salty Towers. I loved, the Jurassic Park kind of vibe that we got. I loved a lot about the season. I didn't love the lever shotgun, which really lowers it for me. But I did really enjoy it. I thought it was very decent. And I loved, come on down to the butter barn. I love that as well. Black Panther, one of my favorite skins in Fortnite, was released. Rest in peace to T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. And I love that little tribute that they did for him. But at the end of the day, it was a good season. Wasn't great, it was just good. Season 6. They missed the mark with that one. I can't lie. They missed the mark. The crafting on paper was an okay idea, but the makeshift was so weak. The primal guns were awful. The POIs were awful. It was so bad. The only slight redeemable factor is they did keep the AR pump and SMG normally. And the battle pass was decent. I'm going to put it in so bad. I think it was slightly better than Season X. Just slightly. It wasn't great. I love the chicken and Laserbeam's content from that season. And Laserbeam did get his icon skin, but it was very mid. Next up, we have Invasion. Oh, that was one thing that I was going to say about Season 5. The one reason why it wasn't a great season is they teased the return of Chapter 1 POIs like Flush Factory, Dusty Depot, and stuff like that. And then that never really happened. And Tilted Towers, and it never really happened. The updates were kind of bad, and the Coliseum was bad as well. But Season 7, back to Season 7, it was a very good season. The UFOs were really fun, and I'm going to put it in great season. It was a great season. It was better than Season 5. I'm going to put it there. I think it was very good, and if not great. The UFOs were really fun. The Battle Pass was amazing. The guns, they got rid of the crafting, thank goodness. And the new POIs were really cool. The live event at the end was really cool, and I love that you could go into the spaceship and get better weapons. I think this was a great season. I would rate it like an 8 out of 10. I think it was really, really good. Like, Season 5, by the way, was a 7.5 out of 10. I would rate Season 6 like a 3 out of 10. Maybe a 4. It wasn't great. And then, like, Season 3, 7, and yeah. Cubed. I didn't like the season. I hated the guns. I hated the POIs, except the cube place. And they did keep the ARs. The live event at the end was the best live event I think we've ever had. Maybe debatably, except from Galactus. I loved it. Like the event. And like the Venom and like Carnage Mythic was really cool. But then they only had it in for a week and a half? 2 weeks? And like the cube POI was cool, but they didn't do anything with the season. And there were barely any updates. The AR was mid. I'm going to put it in kind of bad. I think it was kind of bad. And it's the worst, second worst Chapter 2 season, in my opinion. It was kind of mid. Slash kind of bad. I'm going to put it in kind of bad. I think it was bad. Although I do like, there once was a unicorn with magical flakes. Everyone he meets did it. Anyway, moving on. Chapter 3, Season 1. It's a 10 out of 10. Spider-Man, Daily Bugle, the new map, all new guns, best battle, like one of the best battle passes we've had so far. The Rock, the Mythics, the Tents. 10 out of 10. Best start to a chapter I think we've ever had. And I mean that. Like, it was amazing. And it was fun. The meta was fun. I loved it. I really did love it. I thought it was really, really good. And I don't think there's any... I'm trying to think of cons. The map was beautiful. There was nothing bad about it. The shotguns were a little weak at the beginning, and the Stinger was very strong, but they did balance it eventually. So, I really, really enjoyed that. Next up, we have Chapter 3, Season 2. This was the addition of Zero Build, and at the time, I really had fun with Zero Build. And I loved the Battle Pass. The drum gun was a bit annoying, but I loved... I think this was a great season. I think it's on, like, edge, but I'm going to put it in great. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it in good. I think it's really, really good. I love that you could drive the battle buses. And I love that it was, like, 7 versus IO. I love that. But the drum gun meta was a little annoying, and, like, I think it could have been better. That's my opinion. But, like, it was, like, I would give it, like, an 8 out of 10, if not, like, 7.9, but I just don't think it's as good as these ones, so I'm going to put it in 8. Vibing, the reason why I'm putting it in great is it added the best AR they've ever added. And that was the Hammer. The Hammer AR is the best AR they've ever added to the game, debatably except the Hollow Twister in Chapter 6. I had a lot of fun. I loved the mushroom area. I loved, the Greasy Grove mushroom area. The guns were cool. The second half of the season was a little slow for me, but it was still very, very fun. I loved the berries. I loved your own trees. I loved it, personally. I think it was a great season. And Eevee is so hot. I mean... Anyway, and Shockwaves everywhere. Yeah, Chapter 3 was a great season for me. I'm trying to think of the disadvantages. I don't think there wasn't a live event, was there? The Vibing Cave was golden as well in this season. But yeah. Alright! On to the Chrome season. Now, the Chrome season, I think was decent. A lot of people say it was terrible. I think the Chrome guns, I think the shotgun was decent. The AR was bad. The AR was really bad. But I liked the Chrome POIs, and I liked the Chrome movement. I just didn't like that you could go through walls. Also in Vibin, I think they introduced Indiana Jones. Am I wrong on that? I think they added Indiana Jones in Chapter 3, Season 3. But I really enjoyed Season 4. I would put it there. I think it's a 7 out of 10 for me. I think it was good. It's not as bad as everyone's saying it is. And the live event was boring. It was very boring. Like, it's the worst live event we've ever had. But there were things about it that were great. Now on to Chapter 4 Season 1. And I'm going to say it straight up. It's a great season. 9 out of 10 for me. I love the hammer. I love the new map. I think the middle area was a little underutilized. But the hammer is one of the greatest movement items we've ever had. And the guns were amazing. The first red dot AR in Fortnite. No, second. I'm lying to you. It was overpowered at the time. The battle pass was really good. Mr. B6000. Oh. They added Mr. Beast in this season. Who I thought that was really, really cool. And yeah, I thought it was just the best start. Second best start. Chapter 3 was better. To a chapter that they've done. Actually, third best. I keep changing my mind. But I thought it was great mythics, great POIs, great mythic chests. I love them. Great movement. 9 out of 10 for me. This season, I'm gonna put it there, but it's so close to being there. It's like it's another 9 for me. The Mega City, Naughty Nets, mwah. The Battle Pass was amazing. The guns were amazing. The Cortanas were amazing. Like, again, I'm trying to think of the Havoc shotgun is the best shotgun we've ever had. They added the exotics this chapter as well, and I think they added, like, my favorite exotic, the Heisted and the Heavy shotgun during these seasons. Keys, I think they added in this season. But, like, Chapter 4 is just the best chapter we ever had. Changed my mind. You can't. It was great. Like, and, like, the zip lines returning, the aimbot pistol. It was just great. I don't think there's any other thing that I can say about it. Yeah. Right, this one. Optimus Prime and, like, the Mammoth pistol, which is the greatest, like, pistol we've had. The Battle Pass was good. I'll be honest, they removed shockwaves, which I was like, why would you do that? And, like, they made cars more, like, common. And, like, the jungle biome was good, but, like, it was a letdown from the previous two. I'm going to put it there. Actually, no, I'm going to put it there. I think, like, the vines were cool, but, like, they introduced ranked during the season, or was it last season? It was this season, wasn't it? They introduced ranked. And I just thought the rank's not as good as Arena, in my opinion, like, in terms of judging people. But I just thought everything, like, the Flapjack assault rifle was mid. Like, the vines were okay. I like the vaults in the jungle, but, like, it was a bit slow for me with no movement or the lack of movement. The boomerang was very mid. But it's the worst season of Chapter 4, but I'd still give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It was still really good in terms of, like, the other seasons. But, like, not in terms of, you know, like the other Chapter 4. Speaking of which, this is the most controversial decision that I might have made in one of these. Heisted. And I loved Heisted seasons. And people won't like me for this. It's a 10 out of 10. I just don't think they could have done it better. They introduced all the mythics. I love the vaults. I love the guards. I love, like, the mazes that you went through. I love the rocket ram. I love the meta. The POIs were perfect. The battle pass, I think I've already said that was perfect. It was so good that, like, Tim the Tatman and, like, Cloaksy came back for the season. And, like, the mythics, like the vampire mythics were amazing. The Halloween event was the best we've ever had. I'm trying to think of the bad things. There is no bad things about the season. Kill me in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong. Because I'm not. It's a 10 out of 10. It's better than that Marvel season. I think it's better than that. I don't think it's quite... In my opinion, it would be there. For me. They'd be equal. But I'm going to give Chapter 2, Season 2 the edge because I had more friends playing it. But, like, my boys Ian and Patrick were on during Chapter 4 and I had a lot of fun with them. And, yeah. Alright. They also had the best live event. Because Fortnite OG. Now, this may be slightly controversial. The Battle Pass was great. Season 4's representation was great. Sorry, Season 5. Season 6's representation was great. Season 7's was okay. Season 8 was mid. Season 9 was mid. Season X was mid. They should have made it longer. The season should have been longer. And although I had a lot of fun with it, it's here for me. Well, actually, no, I did have a lot of fun. I'm going to put it at the bottom of great. But it's not here. Actually, nah, you know what? It might be here. Because although I did have a lot of fun, they didn't make it long enough. They didn't have season representation enough of the time. They didn't add as many POIs as they should have. They should have added the Season 8 ones. It was lost potential, I'd say. I'd rate it a 7.5. It was lost potential for me. But the battle passes were great. They used the Chapter 2 models and sounds, which was a little disappointing as well. I was more disappointed with the season than I was, like, going, this is the best golden season! Like, I was a bit let down, in my opinion. But that led us on to Chapter 5, Season 1. Now, if you followed this channel for a while, I hate Chapter 5. It's the worst chapter they've ever done. But I quite liked Season 1. With, like, the weapon models, I loved, like, the mythics. I liked the medallions. The POIs were fun. I hated the new movement. I hated the new movement. I'm gonna put it here. Was it a great season? No, it wasn't. It wasn't a great season, though. It wasn't. Like, when I say in my mind, was it a great season? No, it wasn't. It was a good season. I'm going to rate it a 7. So, according to that logic, I'm going to do that. And that. And that. I'm going to put it there. The Battle Pass was good. Peter Griffin. Holy crap. Donald Trump. Hi, Peter. Welcome to Fortnite. The memes were everlasting. It was a bit mid. However, I believe Reload was introduced during Season 2, and I think that's what saved the chapter for me. But, like, I didn't love that season very much. Season 2. I think it was a slight improvement in certain areas, but then the glitches were riddled. I got sick of the Grimgate thing at the end, although Grimgate is one of the best POIs they did do with Chapter 5. The skull thing, that's what I got a bit sick of. I think it was a slight improvement, but it's... Like, I loved the mythics. The mythics were good. And I love the new POIs. You know what's really sad? Chapter 5 had one of the best maps, but one of the most mid, like, movement and feels to it. I would give it another 7, 7.5. Maybe 7.25. I think it's slightly better than Chapter 5 Season 1. I love the gods theme. I love the Greek theme because, like, I love studying Greek and Roman, like, subjects. I love that in Latin. I want to learn Latin. But I just thought, like, the Grimgate meta was kind of mid. I did love the medallions, though. And Pro Fortnite was at an all-time low during the season. So, that's my opinion. Right, Season 3. It was either... You know what's really sad? And I'm going to go on a little rant. This season was either really, really fun, if not great, or really, really bad. The car meta ruined it for me. The gun meta, I think, is the best we've had in Chapter 5. Hands down. The Battle Pass was... It was decent. Magneto. And, like... I love the POIs. I love the biome. It's just a shame that the cars ruined it. If you didn't have a car... It was like... This was the Fast and Furious season. I'm going to put it... This is going to be controversial. In mid. Because... Actually, no. I'm going to put it in kind of bad. It's not as bad as these two, and it's not as bad as this. I think these two win it. But, like, the car meta, I hated the car meta, but the guns were good. And in Rank, they removed the cars, and Rank was really fun when they did that. But you know what they did? They removed EMP grenades. For the first 2 seasons, EMP grenades were everywhere. But then they removed it for the season that it mattered. They did re-add it, but it was a bit late. And the live event was cool. But overall, it was kind of a bad season. I didn't like it. Right. Get ready to hear the biggest rant of your life. You think that you've had... Oh, by the way, the medallions of this season were really good. Like, the recharging medallion is the best we've ever had. Like, the Nitro was the best we've ever had. I love that movement. It's just a shame it was ruined by cars. It was just a shame. Everything else about this season, I would give, like, an 8 or 9 out of 10. The cars drops it down to a 4 for me. Which, 4.5, which is really sad. Absolute Doom is the worst Fortnite season we have ever had. Let me explain. When I heard that another Marvel season was coming, I was like, thank goodness, it's about time. Fortnite is about to be saved by Marvel. And then when I saw Dr. Doom was the villain, let's go. I was like, they're finally gonna save it. I hated the Sovereign Shotgun. I hated the metas in this season. I hated that cars were still there. I hated the POIs. They were too big. The mythics were mid. The medallions were mid. Even the battle pass was mid. Everything about this season, it's the biggest letdown we've ever had in Fortnite, and I hated playing it. I hated it. And this is why it's in the worst. Jetpacks. Worst thing they've ever added to Fortnite. I hate jetpacks. It made build unplayable because when you're grinding up, it was so mid. I hated it. It's the worst season we've ever had. And then the live event was the biggest letdown we've ever had. We were expecting another Galactus event with Doom. We all went against Doom, and it just fell flat. All you did was shoot Doom, and then he was like, oh, and then died. It's the worst build-up we've ever had for any season. It's the worst ending, the worst beginning, the worst gun meta. It's a 2 out of 10 for me. It's terrible, terrible season. But that's okay, because it led us in to Chapter 6, Chapter 2, Season 2 Remix first. I'm going to put it here. It was a great season. And this is what restored faith for me. They brought back my favorite chapter. The minigun, everything is practically the same except they added Snoop Dogg. Eminem, who I loved. Didn't really care for the girl. I can't remember her name, which is shocking. Like, that's it. Yeah, that's shocking that I can't remember her name. But it'll come to me. That's the only part that I didn't really like. But other than that, it was perfect. The yacht, Eminem, the live event was 9 out of 10 for me. It was amazing. I loved that Chapter 2 returned. I loved the battle pass. I loved the emotes. And when the crib's singing, drop it like it's hard, drop it like it's hard, drop it like it's hard. Loved it. And it made me feel faith in Fortnite again. Alright, we're on to Chapter 6, Season 1. Chapter 6, Season 1 is one of the best seasons that they've ever released. Second best start to Chapter 2, only bested by Chapter 3. I love the movement. It fully made me believe in Fortnite again. Fully made me believe. The Battle Pass was like a 9 out of 10 for me. Baymax, I loved. The sprites, I loved. The POIs, I loved. The map, I loved. Night Shift Forest, bring it back. The bird, and everybody's heard about the bird, and the bird, and the bird, and I love that. And the only thing that I have to complain about this season was Godzilla. I hated that they added the railgun back. I absolutely hated that. But other than that, not too many cars, shockwaves everywhere. The secret bases. I loved it. It's one of the best seasons for me. Lawless, I think, is an 8.5. I think it's a slight downgrade from this season. Because, by the way, the Hollow Twister was the best AR they've ever added. The Sentinel was a really good shotgun as well. The SMGs were kind of mid, but, I think that's a good meta for Fortnite. And then this season, they brought in loads of new exotics, loads of new mythics that you could buy. The POIs were great. The loots were great. The vaults were great. The medallions were great. The medallions were great in this season as well. The boss fights were just, oh. I love the Japanese theme. And then this season, I loved, like, the Lawless theme. The pickle was cool. I think the Battle Pass is the one thing that I'm going to complain about. I think it was kind of mid. But it was a great season. Potentially controversial. Star Wars was a great season. Do I want them to do it again? No, I don't. But I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. It gave me huge Battlefront vibes. And I just loved it. I loved the blasters. I loved the TIE fighters. Not many people did. I loved the X-Wings. The only thing that I hated about the season was ranked. Ranked was unplayable. And the ranked, it was more casual meta. But I'm okay with that. The Battle Pass skins were amazing. The live event was amazing. Straight up one of the best seasons that they've done, I think. But, like, in terms of collab seasons. But not as good as these seasons. But it's better than all of this. Finally, we have the current season. It's too early to tell, but I think it's there for me. I love it. I love Superman. I love the medallions. I love the powers. I love the S tier heroes. I love the gun meta. I love the battle pass. I love the POIs. But I think it's too early to judge. The live event hasn't happened. And I haven't actually checked out Superman that's here today. But so far it's going really well. And I think it's a great season. What do you think of my picks? Controversial, I think. But that's my opinion. If you disagree with me, actually, you know what? It's above that season. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. And let me know. And leave a like if you agree. And drop a sub. We're trying to go for 3K subscribers. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.